So we decided, because the state of the world is fucking crazy right now, that we needed a mental break. And so our mental break is we're coming to Disneyland. It was an impromptu idea. Nicholas came up with the idea. He's like, "You want to just go to Disneyland, babe?" And I'm
Yes,
like,
I do.
"Actually, yeah, let's do it." So we're here, and I think everyone's here just to like disconnect, or maybe they bought tickets months ago. But anyways, we bought ours last night. So let's have some fun. All right, so join us as we enter Disneyland. So this was Nick and I's like 7th, 8th, 9th time. We've been to Disneyland quite a few times as kids, and then as adults. We've been there with friends. We've been there with family. So we weren't in a rush to see all the rides because we've been on all the rides pretty much. And so we just wanted to stroll around and just go on as many rides as we possibly can. We got there around 2. And so this is Main Street. If you've never been to Disneyland, it's really cute. It has a 1930s type of flair to it. We went to Adventureland, and our first ride was the Jungle Cruise. This is a really cute ride. You just sit on a boat. It's like a 1930s boat ride in the jungle. And so you see all these like fake animals and the staff people that are on the boat with you. They're really hilarious, and they have to tell jokes and stories, and we got a really cool guy. So yeah, these are just a few of the animals, and it was really cool. It's a very chill ride. You could take little kids on this ride. So this is in Adventureland of the Disneyland Park. So after the Jungle Cruise, we decided to go to Toontown, and so I'll show you guys some photos in a little bit to take some really cool photos, because this is where the Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse house is at. So it's great photo ops, and this was also the time of it was about sunset, so best lighting. While we were there, we decided to get a little snack because we did have a big breakfast, but we were starting to get hungry. It was around like 4 o'clock, 4:30. So we got these donuts, and yeah, you guys some of the photos right now. Alright, so after we took those photos, we walked to Adventureland, and then there's New Orleans Square area, and that's where Pirates of the Caribbean is at. It's another boat ride. I think you could go on it also as a kid. There's not a lot of like dips, and so yeah, it's just really cool to see all the pirates. And then afterwards, we grabbed some hot chocolate, and because we were getting really cold, and the hot chocolate was actually quite delicious for being a water-based hot chocolate. And then we walked to our next ride. Alright, so we just finished going on, what ride is it? Thunder Mountain. So it's like a very simple roller coaster. I think it's like a great starter roller coaster for your kids. So it is about 7 o'clock. We got here a little late. And we are debating between Space Mountain or
Matterhorn. That's only 30 minutes. Space Mountain is 65.
Alright, you heard it here first. We're going to do Matterhorn because it's 30 minutes. And then we'll do Space Mountain eventually because we do like that one. But it's always so popular. Okay. On to the Matterhorn. And there's Nicholas.
Here I am.
Okay, so this is Storybook Ride or Storybook Lane. I don't know what it is. the second word of this ride is. But anyways, so this is part of Fantasyland. This is a ride meant for little kids. But Nick and I, we realized we've never been on this ride before, even as children. And it's really cute. Again, you get on a boat and the staff member just tells a little story of each little setting. So there's the Alice in Wonderland, there's Peter Pan, there's Beauty and the Beast. It's very simple, it's very quaint. We decided to go on this after we did the bobsled ride. I have no videos of the bobsled ride. That's another little roller coaster, so that's meant for like older kids. So we went on that, and then we came to Storybook. And then yeah, again, very sweet, very quaint. This is a nice like family run. Again, Fantasyland is meant for kids under the age of like 7. And so again, cute little boat ride. So yeah, after we went on one roller coaster, we went to the bobsled, another roller coaster, and then we came here. And then we made our way to It's a Small World. This is one of my favorite rides. It's very colorful. It's very just inspiring, especially with the state of the world right now. This ride is very much like unity and celebrating different cultures. Granted, it's a little like dated because it is from like the 1950s, 60s, but the innocence of it is very pure. And so I really enjoy this ride. Again, it's in Fantasyland, I want to say, so it's meant for little kids. You could get on this boat, and it's like you could be under the age of 7. So it keeps saying It's a Small World, but they do different cultures, and so each section is a different culture. They still had the holiday theme up, so it was very Christmassy. That was the holiday they were celebrating, and so they did a lot of Deck the Halls, but in different languages and different settings. Again, it's a little dated, but it's very sweet. All right, and on to the next ride. So after this ride, we debated if we need to eat, and we decided we did. So we went to downtown Disney, and we got some pizza, some soup, and some bread. It was delicious. So after we ate, we went back to the park, and you could go back to the park. You could leave and go back. We went to Tomorrowland because we really wanted to go on Space Mountain. All right, we just finished eating in downtown Disney, and then now we are gonna go to Space Mountain. This ride always has one of the longest lines, so it never decreases in time. So we're gonna do it. It's about 10 p.m., so people are getting tired, they're getting cranky, but we are gonna try and do this in one of the Star Wars rides. Space Mountain is a classic ride. It's actually one of our favorite rides. It's a great roller coaster. So if you've never been to Disneyland, this is a must. We had 30 minutes left before the park closed, so we decided we'll do Haunted Mansion. We wanted to do the Star Wars ride, but we didn't realize the Star Wars ride closed at 10 p.m. while the rest of the park closed at midnight. So we went to the Haunted Mansion. It's one of my favorites. It's in the New Orleans area of the park, and so it's I don't know, I always loved it as a kid because there's something fun about like the ghost stories and things like that, and so it's one of my favorites. So I definitely say check it out. You get on a little your seat only fits like 2, maybe 3 people, and you sort of just, it takes you around this like haunted house, if you will, and you get to see ghosts. I think it's meant for little kids as well, unless your child gets scared easily, then I can imagine it being dark with ghosts might be scary. Alright, and that's it for the park today. It is a little after midnight. Nicholas is cold, so we're going to drive home, and it was a beautiful afternoon in the park. So let's get home.